Hello, everybody. Welcome. So I am doing just a real quick pop-up live today to share a fun project with you using the Rustic Crate bundle. Now, that is the focus for my Sweet Creations Club for the month of October, but I wanted to share with you just another alternative idea on how you can use this really cute bundle. So let me go ahead and let me get my camera over here, share with you kind of what we're doing today. This is actually the project that we're going to make today. And this is the one we made last week. So if you missed it, we made a really cute crate little treat box. And the project sheet, if you missed it last week, it will be in this Saturday's email at 3 o'clock Central Time. Just scroll all the way down to the bottom and you'll find the project sheet and the video link for last Friday's project. Today, that was just a quick impromptu video to share with you how to make this cute and easy little a gift card holder. Now, little background story here for this project today. So, when I was designing the Sweet Creations Club, I really like to, whenever I can, use all of the stamps from the stamp set. Now, one of them is a poinsettia. And so I'm like, so it's October. I wanted to do some fall cards. And so I had selected to use the inked Botanicals Designer Series paper because I just love the fresh fall fun colors with these patterns here. But when it came to using the poinsettias, I was like, what am I going to do? Because I didn't really think that it would go well with these fall colors. But then I kind of started thinking about looking inside, and I thought, Petal Pink and Lost Lagoon or Pool Party, right, look really well together. And it could be a really cool alternative Christmas colors. So that is how I came up with the idea for the poinsettia card today. And what I did is I pulled out this particular pattern from the Designer Series paper that kind of looks like snowflakes or like tinsel in the background that I thought coordinated well for a Christmas card. So that's kind of the background story, how this card came into being. So actually for the Sweet Creations Club, this is how I used it in similar concept to be able to kind of make it into a Christmas card using non-traditional colors. All right, so as I said, we are going to be using the Rustic Crate bundle for today's project. And I'm going to share with you how to put this little box together. So if you have this bundle and you were like I was, when you go to first put it together, it can be a little bit tricky, but it's not too bad. Now, just to let you know, I will not be doing a project sheet for today's project because it's actually pretty simple. So I have the little quick reference here, very basic card cuts, designs. I think I won't have any problem at all putting it together, but I will go through it. And then if you want, take a screenshot of that if you want to recreate today's project. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a piece of Lost Lagoon cardstock. This measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I have scored down the middle at 4 1/4. So that's going to create our card base. And then what I did is I took a piece of Petal Pink cardstock. This measures 4 by 5 1/4. So it's just a 1/4 inch shorter around. And then what I did is I took the stitched whimsy dies. Now this is one that I actually don't use as often as I should, and it's really cool. It doesn't cut. What it does is it basically embosses and creates a really cool stitched effect in your card layer. So what we're going to do is I did that with the largest one just to add a really cool accent to the card today. And so I'm just going to glue this onto our card base. Hello, Polly. Hey, Lori. Thanks for joining me, friends. All right, so let's go ahead and get that on here. And then next, what I did is for this piece, this is the gift card holder piece. So I took a piece of thick, basic white cardstock, and this piece measures, let me see, 4 1/4 by 5.5. So basically it's a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. And then I scored down the middle at 2 3/4 inches just to create a smaller little card on top. So I'm going to do two things here. First, I'm going to add a layer of Designer Series paper. So here is that kind of sparkly, glistening, snowflakey, whatever you want to call it, print from the Designer Series paper. And I'm just going to glue it right here on top. And it measures 2.5 by 4 inches. And then next, what I'm going to do is for the inside part of my pocket, I'm going to take just a coordinating piece of the designer series paper. This piece measures 2 by 4 1/4, and I'm going to do something real quick. I'm going to take a circle punch. It doesn't matter what size you use, but what I want to do is I'm going to just punch out a little semicircle so it provides kind of a little grip for my recipient to be able to pull their gift card out. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a gift card pocket with this. So I don't want to glue it all down. I just want a little bit of glue around 3 of the edges, both of the sides, and then I'm going to put some along the bottom here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just glue it here inside my little card, press down around the edges, and then that creates a little pocket right here for my gift card. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add adhesive on the back. Let's double check the orientation of our card base. Make sure we have the opening is correct. And then I'm just going to glue it right here in the center of my card front. All right, so next what I'm going to do is I have die cut out in petal pink cardstock this base layer and then the crate, the little accent piece in the front. So what you end up with in petal pink is I have that piece and then I have this piece right here. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. I don't know if you're like me. My husband knows this about me, and he is very patient, even though I think it frustrates him sometimes that I have kind of a spatial orientation challenge, a disability. I don't know what you call it. So it's kind of like geometry. Even though I love geometry, it's kind of that spatial orientation, right? Trying to figure out how things fit together. And this is kind of what it was for me with this particular die. But once you see it, it's like super, super simple. So what you're going to do is you're going to start off with the base piece. And if you will notice, there are some little scored tabs. So you're going to take and you're going to push those scored little tabs towards the front of the card. And you're going to do that all the way around. And so you end up with something that looks like this, okay? I'm going to burnish these score lines so they're nice and flat. And then I'm going to add some glue or tear and tape if you wish. Some of these pieces are kind of too tiny for tear and tape, but add a little bit of glue here on each of these little tabs that I folded to the front. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take your box, the front part of your box, and you're going to lay it over those tabs. And that is how you create kind of your little 3D box. Let me go ahead, let me hold this down for a second so that they line up and they adhere well. And so now we have kind of like a little pocket right here. Hopefully that helps somebody who was like me. So hopefully you will know how to do this now. It's really quite simple once you've seen it. So now that I have done that, what I want to do next is I want to stamp my poinsettia. And so I'm going to take basic black to do the outline. And I'm stamping on thick basic white cardstock just to have good stability. And then I'm going to color with 3 different Stampin' Blends. It's going to be Pool Party for the leaves. For the center of my poinsettias, I'm using the dark Calypso Coral. And then for the rest of the poinsettia flower, I am using the Petal Pink. And I think I'm using dark. You could use light as well. It doesn't really matter. So we're going to do a little bit of coloring. And so as I said, I'm going to do the centers of my poinsettia. And guys, I don't know if I'm even saying that correctly. Is it poinsettia? If I'm mispronouncing it, forgive me. Oh dear, I messed up already. All right, so that's okay because I have something else that I'll fix it with. So I'm going to come back in with my Petal Pink, color in the rest of those flowers or the fronds here. And then what I want to do is I'm going to kind of come back in and blend in where I have the Calypso coral, so it doesn't have those kind of streaky lines. So it kind of blends in a little bit better. So guys, if you notice, I did a little bit of Calypso coral there on my leaves, but that's okay because I'm going to come back in with the pool party. And oops, I forgot a little spot here. One of my little petals. All right, so where it has some lines, I'm going to use the dark, and then I'm going to come back in with the light on the pool party and just finish coloring that in. All right, so that is what it looks like. So then what I did is I just took the die, and of course I made an extra, right? Just in case I had a boo-boo like I did. So I've already die cut out a piece. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some dimensionals, and we're going to pop this up and put it on the inside of our little pocket in our crate. So I'm just going to add that in as much as I think I would like to have showing. And let's see, how did I do this? There we go. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive to the back here so that I can put it on my card. And then I'm just going to put it right here on my card front. Tack those dimensionals so it holds well. Now, one last thing that I want to do, and it's really itty bitty, it is this little sign. Now, this little die right here has two pieces to it. It's going to cut the sign, and then this little opening part would be if you want to have a bracket around your sign for an accent color. I'm just using just the sign part. And so I'm going to, I've already die cut it out in basic white cardstock. So I'm going to take Pretty Peacock ink. If you want, you could use the basic black if you don't want to switch colors. And I'm just going to stamp the For You right here on my little sign. And then I'm going to glue it onto my little crate right under the little opening where the handle is. And so we have that, but let's add a little bit of bling. So what I'm going to do next, so I'm going to find my bling for one thing, because I know it's here. Here it is, right here. All right, so I'm using the Faceted Gems Trio Pack, and it's got 3 different colors. It's got kind of like a Lost Lagoon, kind of like a clear, I don't know what that color is, but it's kind of a gray, kind of clearish. You can go with whatever you want. And so I'm going to take some of these, and I'm just going to add some little pretty bling accents so that it kind of adds a little bit of that sparkly Christmas look that I'm going for here. And then that is the card for today. All right, so really simple pop-up today, pop-up project. But I wanted to share with you about my Sweet Creations Club because it is getting ready to close on Thursday. So if you're not part of my club, wanted to tell you a little bit about it. Like I said, you have an idea on how to use that Rustic Crate bundle. We have this today. Last Friday, I shared with you how to make this really cute little treat crate box. But also, too, for the October Sweet Creations Club, you can make 5 more of the projects. Now, the Sweet Creations Club, basically, it is a pre-cut project kit to make 5 projects. You will also include about $20 in consumable products like the designer series paper, some embellishments for you to be able to use in your projects, as well as the PDF tutorial and shipping to you if you need it shipped. The total is $39 a month to do that. If you live locally in San Antonio, want to pick it up, want to craft with us locally, it's $34 to do that. But if you haven't already seen the projects, they're really, really beautiful. As I said, I did use the poinsettia again as one of the projects in October, but also too, I did some really beautiful fall projects that just have a fun, fresh fall color to them. And so these are the other projects. And I always like when I can to include a fun fold card in each month's project kit. This can be laid flat for mailing, and then you've got a place on the back to write a message to your recipient. And then a fun little 3D item. This month is a decor wood sign that you can make. And something special that I am doing for October, and that's why I want to mention it because It will end on Thursday, and I don't want you to miss it. I am offering where you can get a custom scissor charm for a little tag for your scissors with your first name on it. Now, this is something I have been including in the 6-month gift for my club members the first time they reach their 6 months. However, I'm going to discontinue doing this because it's getting quite expensive to ship or to pay for shipping for just a few tags each month. And so, what I'm doing is I am offering, if you like to join my club, you will need to be a subscriber for at least October and November. Then in your November kit, I will ship you a custom tag charm with your name on it. And so this promotion does end on Thursday, October 5th, 2023. So if you've never been a subscriber and you want to try out the club, you're a subscriber for October and November, then you will qualify. If you have been part of my club before and you want to rejoin but never gotten your scissor charm in the past, then you can also qualify. Now, my current club members who have not yet reached their 6 months, I know you're asking, well, what about me? Yes, if you have never gotten your scissor charm, I'm ordering a whole bunch of them, get everybody caught up who has not gotten the scissor charm, and you will also get it as well. So if you have been thinking about joining my club, this is the time to do it. Now, just to give you a little bit of a heads up, right now I'm at 70 club members. I am looking to cap my club at 100 members. Still have plenty of room, so nothing to panic about right now. But if you would like to secure your spot in my club and not miss any of my future kits, then I really encourage you to go check out the club and consider subscribing. If you have any questions about it, I am happy to answer them for you. And otherwise, I'm looking forward to sending you some really fun Happy Mail this month. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's project. On Friday, I will be back with a project using the Bag of Bones bundle. I haven't played with that yet, and it is something that we're going to be using for our October Stampin' Bunko. And I'm actually going to ask for your input on which project you want me to show you on Friday. So make sure you're hop on to my Facebook page or group and give me some input which project you would like to see for Friday. All right, well, y'all take care, and we will see y'all soon. Bye, guys.